Pop, was this one of those occasions where you told Tony Parker that he needed to be even more aggressive, maybe take 40 shots if he had to?
He and Timmy both.
Happy the way that worked out?
Oh, no. Mikey, come on.
Could you just talk about what Tony did in setting the tone offensively?
Well, he not only was aggressive, but the ball went in, and in the playoffs it seems even more so. Teams that shoot well do pretty darn well. And tonight we shot 50 and they were in the 30s. I haven't looked at the rest of the stats yet, but that was a story in the first two games for us, and the worm turned. And we made shots, and they didn't have as good a night shooting the ball. Sometimes it's as simple as that. There are other factors, and you think about turnovers and boards and blah, 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 but we shot it and they didn't.
Had you been seeing Tony a little too passive the last few games, or was it just a matter of he was trying too hard to get other people involved?
Yeah, I think, sometimes, he gets a little bit obsessed about driving it, getting to the rim. And when he does that, he turns down open jumpers and he forgets to play with teammates. But when he's like tonight, like he's played most of the season, he'll stop, shoot the open jumper, he'll get his share of assists. And that's what we need him to be. He's a scoring point guard, but he's got to do it with a jump shot as well as a drive, and he did that tonight.
Pop, how important was it to get some minutes on the bench for Tony with Corey Joseph and have him do such a solid job?
Corey Joseph was really important because we wanted to give Tony some time, because when we switch and he's guarding a Barnes or somebody like that, it tires him out. And he was really tired last game. And we did a better job of giving him a blow here and there, not playing him so many minutes in a row. And I think it really helped him.
Jay Adonde, ESPN.com. This is probably only the 10th or so game that these guys have been back together since they came back from injuries. Does it take that long sometimes, do you think, for them to find their group together?
It does, but I think getting Thiago back so that we had our starting lineup, when we do that, it doesn't matter what the other team does player-wise starting. We may play well or we may play poorly, but we're comfortable and we know how to operate starting out a game like that. We might go small and Thiago may come out or play a lot or whatever it is, but being able to start with him gives us a comfort level.
Coach Jimmy Spencer with Bleacher Report. Can you talk about the job that Danny Green's done on Steph Curry and what you guys have done specifically to kind of slow Curry down these last couple games?
Well, I don't think we did anything special to slow him down. I mean, we've tried to be a little bit more aware of what's going on, get up in the pick and roll a little bit more, have other people involved, use different people on him, and Danny has done a pretty decent job, as good as you can do on a great player like that.
Could you talk a little bit about Diaw and Ginobili, because they really gave you guys a spark with some key shots when you needed them?
Yeah, Manu, he hasn't been shooting the ball well, and tonight, again, he helped us by making some shots, playing good defense. And Boris Diaw he's one of those high IQ players. I never really know what he's going to do on the court, but he'll make a heck of a move, or he'll make a pass, or he'll do something on the weak side, or make a steal. He just really understands how to play. So, them coming and having a good game was important. We just had more guys play well. We haven't had a lot of guys play well so far, but tonight, we had 4, 5, 6 guys that played pretty darn well.
Do you have a guesstimate right now about how bad Curry's ankle is?
No, not right now. Just sprained the left one and icing it, good treatment, and we'll see where he's at.
Coach, what made you confident to keep him in the game at that time, the way he was looking?
Well, he said he was, he said he could make it. And, I thought I can, which did occur, take him off the ball, and then defensively, he's gotten a spot-up shooter. Just trusted that he said he was okay.
Mark, Jeff Lepper at NBA.com over here. 5 for 17 from the floor for Steph. Was that something that they did defensively, or was that just a bad night for him?
He missed shots. give them credit. They did a good job defensively, and he missed shots. It's a make-or-miss league. That's all.
Mark, Tim Kawakami, what was the thinking getting David in at the time he did? Obviously, he gave you what you wanted, and could you not put him in the second half? What happened there?
He gave us a lift in that first half. I thought watching him run the last time, he didn't have the same bounce, and I just didn't want to chance it. I thought he played outstanding. Gave us an incredible boost. But I didn't like the way he was running in the last trip. And the game got tight and didn't want to put him in that situation.
Ethan Schroed-Strauss, Warriors World. You guys have been doing a good job containing Tony Parker in the first 2 games, but he got loose for a lot of points in this game. What changed? Was it something you were doing? Was it something he was doing?
Oh, we didn't pay attention to detail. He's a heck of a basketball player. We talked about it. This, even after winning game 2, this is going to be a heavyweight championship fight. That's a different animal that we're going against. So they got 4 future Hall of Famers. They're not going to lie down. They're going to bounce back, individually and collectively. And that's exactly what Tony Parker did. That first half, he got it going. We did not stay as connected as we had the first 2 games. He got uncontested jumpers. We'll live with him shooting jumpers, but not uncontested ones. We made the adjustment the second half, and he didn't hurt us. But he's a heck of a basketball player. And he's a guy with great pride, and he came back and had a huge game.
Mark, you guys were very confident after the game 1 situation, and obviously you properly so. Is this one a little bit tougher to take, though, because it was home and because you never quite got into this one?
They outplayed us. They outworked us, and they were the aggressor. That being said, we're still a confident basketball team. We talked about it. That team is very capable of coming into our building and beating us. They did that. We have proven that we're capable of going into their building and beating them. If we don't play our brand of basketball, we are not good enough to just win. There were some good things tonight, and then there were some things that we certainly got to do better. But this series is far from over.
Coach Al Sarasovic from the Chronicle. Both Curry and Thompson had relatively off nights. Can you talk about what the team faces when the 2 of them, neither one of them is stepping forward?
We don't look at it that way. This is a make-or-miss league. We look at it like we did not defend at the level that we defend. They shot 50% from the field. We turned the basketball over, gave them 20 points off of turnovers. That's what cost us the ball game. We have not won ball games or wound up with the 6th seed or advanced to the second round because of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson's ability to shoot the basketball. We win on the defensive end, and that's where we lost it tonight.
Mark, it's easy to say when shots don't go in, things don't look energetic, but did you think your guys had the same amount of energy they had in the San Antonio series? Do you think maybe the legs were a little heavy in this one?
Absolutely correct. We did not have the same energy. We did not get after it the same way. We did not have the sense of urgency. And that's the disappointing part. We own it, and we must make the proper adjustments.
Mark, they always seem to find the open man. They have spaced the floor so well. Are they the toughest team to defend because of that? I mean, it almost looks boring to watch, but it's so efficient.
Well, we talked about it. They execute you to death. They got a lot of ball movement and man movement. They're unselfish. They're disciplined. That's who they are, and they've been that way for a long time. And they won a lot of ball games that way. But we are more than capable of defending the actions when we have game plan discipline. And if you don't, that's a team that'll make you pay the price, and they certainly did that tonight.
Mark, you've been here before with Steph. How do you evaluate him from here? And it is also such a short turnaround. What do you do if he's not able to go?
Well, the same as usual. He'll get treatment. We'll see how that responds. And hopefully he's ready to play. If not, credit again to our ownership and our management group. Bob Myers in his 7th place, an outstanding job of going to get Jarrett Jack. And we will give him the basketball and trust that we'll be just fine. So, hopefully Steph is ready. If not, we got guys more than capable of going out and getting us a win.
Mark, I know you haven't looked at the tape yet, but just kind of your initial impressions with Tony. Was it the initial on ball that wasn't getting in his space, or was it the help weak side that wasn't getting there in time?
Well, a combination. We were not as sharp. On ball pressure, the big guy setting the screen wasn't close enough, and he got the airspace and got it going. And once he got it going, he's a different guy to defend. So we've got to be better, individually and collectively. I thought, the last game, people rave about the defense that Klay Thompson played, and it was a thing of beauty. But it's about the guys behind him, too, putting them in position to play that type of defense, and we just was not as sharp tonight.
Mark, having seen what you saw out of David tonight, are you more likely to give him more run, you think, in the next game?
Again, I'll stay true to the process. I'll see how he feels. I haven't had the opportunity to talk to him yet, see how he feels, how he felt tonight, how he'll feel tomorrow, and then make the decision based on that. But I will not put, a crazy demand on his body. That's not going to happen.
Steph played 58 minutes in the first game, and he had 2 off-shooting nights in the next 2 games. Is there any connection between going a long time in Game 1 and the off-shooting nights?
No. He missed shots. That's what it boils down to.